Hey, it's a rainy afternoon here in Tamarindo, Costa Rica, and I have a few things to say today to a few people. Okay, so if you know who I am, great. If you don't know who I am, I'm Suzanne Titkemeyer. I wrote a column for No Longer Quivering at Pathos. It had to do with the evangelical quiverful movement and to do with the non-denominational evangelical Baptist, Methodist, whatever world. Whatever, if there was a crazy sort of wacky religion that was Christian based, I wrote about it. I wrote about the foibles and the follies of. So that's what I did for a living. And I put in a tremendous amount of time researching it. Like I tried to say, I have tons of notebooks of my research I've done before I wrote about any of this. So it is sourced. Why do I need to say that? Well, I'm getting to that. Okay, first let me say, don't be rude to anybody here. If you're going to say something in support of whoever, that's fine. But the minute you turn to personal insults or you issue you're going to HE double hockey sticks, your argument is over and I will remove you because that's who I am. Not only will I remove you, I will stick you on my website, Jerks for Jesus, and I will answer you there. So why am I having to say all this and say these are just my opinions? They are my considered opinions, but they are opinions nevertheless. Because I'm supporting John Anderson, and unfortunately, by happenstance, Isaac. Isaac kind of horrifies me for some of the things he said on Dead Domains channel. But what I want to say today is no child should ever be denied food, have physical punishment carried out on them that is bad enough to make them bleed, or with an electrical cord. Nothing like that. They shouldn't be physically berated, mentally, emotionally, verbally berated. Now there should be discipline, but it shouldn't be discipline that harms the child. I will always stand with those who have suffered, mothers and children primarily in this group of people. So I've been standing here and trying to think of what it was I thought about what John had to say and Isaac had to say. Well, going back over my notebooks and my column in NLQ, I discovered that their own words are what I quote when I was doing my writing. So I'm quoting these people. So how dare you fill my email box with anonymous emails telling me to go ahead and interview Stephen or Susanna? I don't have to. I have their words from their social media, from their ministry pages, from some of Stephen's many sermons. He's a loquacious dude. He has all sorts of words to say. Here's the thing, if you'd want me to take your words that you have said and use them, perhaps you should keep them in here, not blasting them out on the internet, left, right, center, willy nilly. Some of my more unfortunate thoughts, I don't interject them on anybody, at least not on anybody where it's going out to the entire world. I say what I have to say. I'm very straightforward. And I don't appreciate those who aren't straightforward. And I don't appreciate those excuse people who commit abuse. You do that, as far as I'm concerned, you are lower than dirt under my feet. And that is how I will continue to cover however I decide to find any of this. I will continue to use people's own words to point out that their own words are toxic. And many times you're going to see some admissions of guilt going on where they don't even realize. It's kind of like Robert Durst in The Jinx. Do you remember? Um, Maybe you didn't see this, but Robert Durst in The Jinx actually came out and said that he shouldn't have killed those people. He was wired up. He was in the bathroom. And they caught him on tape, and that's how he caught him. I believe, well, not just believe, I know because I've seen this be true. I mean, all you have to do is look at reality TV and see it's true. When you take people and you put them on camera for any length of time or put them in any odd situation, they are going to be able to keep up a false bravado, false self, a false sense, a mask for a while, but only for a lot while. And eventually it slips and you see exactly who they are. Way better to not have the mask in place in the first place. Way better to just be honest and upfront about everything in your life if you're going to blast it out like these people are doing. So, all of you who have reached out to me and used an email anonymizer to do it, guess what? Yeah, I'm not even going to flip the bird this time. I'm just going to say, I'll answer you at Jerks for Jesus eventually when I get around to it. As of right now, I've got steaks to grill and I've got us. I need to do a swim this afternoon. Anyway, the rest of you guys, love you. Thank you for showing up. Hit like, subscribe, click the bell notifications. And I am going to keep going through this and my NLQ stuff and pulling up all the places where someone is showing some toxic nutbuggery. I'm just going to call it something unusual. If you're going to act, you're going to act crazy as that bed bug, I'm going to point and say you're crazy as a bed bug with your own words. Peace out.